We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and this is first-hand testimony from a guy named Rick Bobo. I know that name sounds made up, or, maybe it's a guy's porn name, Rick Bobo. I'm gonna fucking Bobo those cheeks, you know what I'm talking about? Fucking dribbling back and forth, getting those Bobo butt cheeks, you know what I'm... Oh, whoa, there's a UFO. So that could be a made-up name. It's not. It's legit. It's in the book. And this guy worked at the radio tower at Bentwater. This is a first-hand testimonial account, and this is Bobo talking to Hastings. This is this is all coming from the chapter Beams of Light in UFOs and Nukes by Robert Hastings. And this is Bobo interacting with Robert Hastings. So Bobo says, as you probably know, the night I saw the UFOs, I was in the tower at the Bentwaters weapons storage area. The main object hovered out there for a long, long time. It never really moved anywhere else. It was kind of hard to see. But it was slightly oblong, I guess, and I seem to recall it had a bluish and reddish light on it. Again, so the blue and red lights, that is consistent. Not really lights, like aircraft lights, like just a tint. It wasn't a star or a planet, and it wasn't a lighthouse, as some people claim. That would be a crazy fucking lighthouse. Just, one of those lighthouses that can detach from the ground and just fucking shoot up in the air and then break apart into 5 pieces. Those classic lighthouses I'm talking about in Montauk. You've ever been out to Eastern Long Island? Come on. Those lighthouses that just fucking shoot off and disappear into the sky. Hastings says to Bobo, if you held a dime at arm's length, was it larger than that? Bobo says, oh yeah, it was larger than that. I would say it was, maybe as large as a $50 coin held out at arm's length. But I don't know how far away it was. It was so dark that night, I could just make out the forest. When the object first caught my eye, it was already stationary. I didn't see it move to where it was, and I didn't see it leave. I never left the tower, and I kept a close eye on the object most of the time, trying to figure out what it was and what it might do next. Hastings says, did you observe anything resembling beams of light coming down from the object at any time? Bobo says no, not beams of light, but after it was hanging there for a long while. I saw things shooting off of it, like really, really fast, like little sparks or something. Maybe 4 or 5 of them, little pieces of light, all leaving within a minute of one another, like they were getting out of there. I hate to say it, but they looked like little ships, like drones maybe, but I don't know. They were shooting off in all directions, but up into the sky, not down to the ground. Right after that, the big object just disappeared. I was watching it, at least I thought I was, but it was just gone. I don't know what happened to it. So if this was a lighthouse, it was the weirdest fucking lighthouse I've ever seen. This, again, these guys are working at a nuclear weapons storage facility with, I assume, some live hair trigger tactical nukes there, along with another arsenal that may not be live, but it's a fucking nuclear storage facility. You're not hiring people who are duds. You're not hiring idiots like myself who, talk into a microphone for a living. You're hiring people who fucking know their shit, that they're fucking calm, they're stern. They're the type of people who aren't going to freak the fuck out if a nuke has to be launched. That's the type of demeanor of a person that you're talking about here. So the fact that this guy is just like sitting there telling Robert Hastings, again, Robert Hastings also has experience working at Malmstrom Air Force Base, so he's been through this type of shit. he's sitting there with guys that are like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I was sitting there and I saw lights and they broke apart, and then maybe they were drones, maybe they weren't, and then it just fucking shot off and disappeared. I'm just telling you what I saw. So I think this extra level of credibility comes from the fact that these are vetted psychologically sound military guys.